Steve Sarkisian. Chris?
Riz, thank you. Appreciate the invite. Always great to be in Austin, Texas. Sark, I looked this up. In '99 was your last year playing quarterback. Saskatchewan Roughriders in the CFL. That was the last time Texas beat a top 5 team here in Austin. Buckhalter fumbled late. They recovered.
Wow, you're going back.
It set off a post-game celebration by Matthew McConaughey that may have
that?
involved
Was
some
that
percussion that we
that
narrowly avoided.
Was that the ball?
Yes, that was the game.
It was that long.
Major
I had to do a
Applewhite.
little research on that, but yeah.
Major Applewhite was the quarterback. He was also out and about that night.
Yeah.
The whole town came apart.
Jeez.
But the opportunity to do something that's been that long for this program.
Well, it sure is. You know, first of all, what a setting.
Hey,
is this awesome?
Hey,
I mean, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'd be remiss to say, hey, not having Coach Corso here, you know, to me, as you guys know, I touched on it a few weeks ago, but you guys, I feel like I grew up in college football and in coaching with College GameDay and what you guys have done. And so much appreciation for you guys coming for a second time. But this is a great opportunity. This is a heck of a team we're playing. I know DKR is going to be rocking tonight at 6:45, so should be a great setting for college football.
Yeah, we missed him. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, absolutely. What's this year been like for you, where you're at a school where the expectations are to win every game, but you're also realistic, and it's, as you would say, a process to get to that point. What's this ride been like to where you are right now with a young quarterback and a team that seems to be growing every single week?
Well, it's been, you know, like you say, it's been a process. And at the end, I feel like we're just keep getting closer. Every week we're getting closer. We're getting closer. And there's hurdles that we keep kind of exceeding and creating a new standard and going again. I've been really proud of the veterans on our team. A lot of guys, you get a new coach and you come in with new ideas. We've got an influx of a lot of young players. But the leadership we have on our team has really stood up and been very proud of them. We put ourselves in position to where, hey, man, we control our own destiny to get to Dallas December 3rd.
Right.
And that's all we could have asked for in November. I think we're playing our best football now than we have all year. Now we got to put it all together against some quality opponents down the stretch.
Yep. We talked about life in the Big 12 Conference. If you haven't seen a bunch of games in this league, they're typically very close. They have these wild momentum swings, big runs, comebacks, and at the end, it seems to come down to the last couple possessions or the last play. Almost be surprised if it didn't happen tonight. How do you prepare your team for those moments that are going to make the difference between 6-3, 3-6?
Yeah. Well, I think one of the keys is you have to practice those situations. You have to practice those scenarios. So I kind of lean back to my time in the NFL, which I was very fortunate to be around some great players, Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, those guys, to where you practice those situations as they come up and you try to put the players in those situations so that when they come up, they have the ability to perform. And it feels like it's almost like NFL football. You watch an NFL game, it comes down to the last possession or two. You've been doing it.
Yep.
And now it's about, can you execute that third down? Can you make that kick? Right? Can you do those things at the critical moments of the game?
Your offense in 20 at Alabama was as good of offense I think we've ever seen. You guys battled through COVID, Mac Jones, Najee Harris, all those receivers. When you got here and you wanted to build that same blueprint, obviously it takes time to get there. Are you getting to that point with Quinn Ewers where you can start to open things up a little bit more because he's gaining more experience?
Well, I think we're getting there. When you look back at 20, and I heard you guys talking about Bama, we were a run-first offense. Yep. We had Najee Harris. We had Alex Leatherwood. We had some really good Landon Dickerson up front.
Yep.
And when you can run the ball, then that opens up the entirety of the passing game. And that was a veteran offensive line. This group here, we're a little younger. We start 2 true freshmen, 2 sophomores. But we still are a run-first offense. And obviously when you have Bijan Robinson behind it and Roshan Johnson, you have the ability to run the football.
Yep.
And then that can create the opportunities, the one-on-one down the field.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how we're built. And I think we're understanding of that. And I think Quinn is understanding of that more. And when you can create those one-on-ones for an Xavier Worthy or a Jordan Whittington, that's when you can create those explosive plays.
What will this game be decided by tonight?
Well, I think explosive plays won. TCU is a really explosive offense, as we saw. They got more, 70-plus touchdowns than anybody in the country. So we got to minimize the explosive plays. And then who can run the ball? Both teams love to run the football. Yeah. And then, as always, every game comes down to turnovers. Can we minimize the turnovers and create a few on defense?
This is the greatest show in town by light years. And this town is 1.3 million people, a city known around the globe. They take ugly wins here, of course. but wins with style, with explosive plays, are a lot more fun. And so we're not opposed to explosive plays on either side as neutrals. What do you need to see from the atmosphere inside the DKR tonight?
Well, we're in the great state of Texas, Chris, and we love our football here, man. So I know this crowd is going to be rocking tonight. We've had some unbelievable atmospheres this year. It's going to be another great one for a night game against a top 5 team. We're trying to do something we haven't done in over 20 years, so it's going to be a fun night. Hook 'em horns. Texas! Texas!
Appreciate it, man. Great to see you.
You guys are great, man. Thank you.
Can't wait for tonight.
Love seeing you guys.
Yeah. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.